What you are looking at right now is an AI agent performing sanction screening on a customer in a real time. Watch the screen. It is checking the customer's name, date of birth, and nationality against OFAC sanction list. Then it is checking web databases and followed by adverse media check. Finally, here it is making a decision escalate to analyst. This is not a concept. This is not a slide deck. This is a working prototype that I built. And you just watch it screen a customer in 8 seconds with full documentation. This video is going to be very interesting, and I think that most of you will be seeing this for the first time. We are going to talk about Agentic AI in this video, and I am going to show you exactly how it works, why it matters for compliance operation, and then I am going to do something unusual. I am going to introduce myself because this video is also my open CV. So if you are compliance leader, head of AML or compliance, or someone hiring in RegTech or Fintech, stay with me. This will be worth your time. Are you working in UAE compliance? The CBUAE has updated the AML safety laws for 2025. There are now much higher expectations for your screening quality documentation and audit trails. Let us start with a true story. One bank employed an army of staff working around the clock, yet they were simply copy pasting generic remarks while clearing those alerts. A regulatory inspection quickly flagged these generic remarks and imposed penalty to the organization. This leads to a critical question: who is really at the fault, the analyst or the bank? The verdict was definitive: ineffective control. This is the reality of the new compliance landscape. Compliance is not just a UAE problem, it is a global challenge. Banks are not being fined for failing to screen, but for failing to prove the effectiveness of their controls. The traditional approach of simply adding more analysts isn't sustainable, not financially, not operationally, and certainly not for quality. But here is the good news: there is a better way to handle compliance. Let me show you exactly how this better way works. Let's start with who is exactly required to screen. It is not just banks. Exchange houses and payment service providers must check every single customer and every transactions. When a customer like John Smith is onboarded, his data flows through multiple global databases simultaneously, checking OFAC lists, web databases, adverse media, and watch lists. For example, if an 85% match is detected, an alert is triggered for review. The analyst then faces a critical decision path. They must manually review the alert to determine if it is a false positive, to approve an escalation requiring an STR filing, and in case of high risk match, it necessitates blocking the customer. But here is the sad reality: this manual review process is exactly where the core problem starts. The starting problem in compliance is reaching a breaking point. As departments grow, the sheer volume of manual checks become unsustainable. Rising costs are forcing institutions to offshore their operations. But moving the problem does not solve the underlying crisis. Ideally, every alert receives a same level of detailed analysis to accurately identify false positives. But the reality is often just copy paste remarks or wrong remarks, both of which provides zero actual protection when the analysts are buried under hundreds of alerts a day. Quality ultimately collapses, leaving the institution vulnerable. However, the regulators are catching on. Generic patterns and ineffective controls are the red flags. During any CBUAE inspection, the consequences are severe legal liability. Further, high turnover staff only compounds the risk. One slip is all it takes for a sanctioned individual to get through. So now, what if AI could solve this? Welcome to the future of screening, which is beyond simple automation. We are entering the era of agentic AI, which is different from generative AI like ChatGPT, which we mostly know of. Generative AI is reactive, meaning when you ask a question, it provides an answer. It waits for instruction and handles one task at a time. Agentic AI is different. You give it a goal and it figures out the steps. It uses tools autonomously and checks its own work. It is the difference between asking a question and assigning a task. Agentic AI is adaptive, autonomous, and ready for action. Let us watch as the AI agent begins its autonomous analysis of customer data, starting with a deep dive into Ahad Hassan profile. Instead of following a rigid path, the agent identifies a critical OFAC match and immediately halts unnecessary checks, escalating the case instantly. This is a shift from rigid pre-programmed flowcharts to an intelligent risk-based network that adapts to every individual customer. It is autonomous, efficient, and does risk-based screening with clear documentation. We are going to see the agentic AI in action in our upcoming live demo.